talk worldwide with some news from boxing. So you know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, you got a big fight coming on March the 18th. It's a big, significant fight in the middleweight division. All right, Gennady GGG or Triple G Golovkin. What does he got? 36-0 with 33 KOs, over 20 in a row. Right? Versus Daniel Jacobs, 32-1 with 29 KOs, about 12 of them in a row after he came back from that loss. No, wait, because he's 32-1. Yeah, he lost one fight, right? And he came back from that and knocked out 12 in a row. So at the end of the day, these guys have high KO percentages. You know what I'm saying? So if you slip, you're getting clipped. That's basically what's going to go down here. If you slip, you're getting clipped. And this is an important fight, too, because from Gennady Golovkin's standpoint, I think he needs this one. He needs finally to get someone on his resume that someone can basically don't disregard anymore. Right? He needs somebody. This is the number 2 guy in the division. Gennady Golovkin is definitely the number 1 guy in the division. Even though your boy Saunders has a title, the WBO title, I think everyone still considers Danny Jacobs as the second best fighter in the middleweight division. When you're number 1, there's nothing better than to get the number 2 guy. That way, you can have some kind of clarity, some type of respect coming your way, because up until today, on Gennady Golovkin's resume, you have his best wins. I don't know for sure, you know what I mean? But my opinion, maybe Martin Murray, Daniel Gill, we're talking that level, right? You may honorable mention Lemieux, you know, that's what we got there, So, you're going to need to have a few more names on that resume, because they do regard this guy like top 5, top 3 actually in the pound for pound list. So when you have those kind of titles, you're going to have a reason to have them. A couple of people you beat where somebody might know them. It doesn't matter too now about knowing people, because just because you don't know them doesn't mean that they don't have that they're not good, or that they should be respected. You do your homework sometimes. Just because we don't know somebody doesn't mean that much. But we know these guys, Daniel Gill and Martin Murray, and we can't call them elite. Probably good, on a good day when you're feeling good. If you're feisty, you might want to call them. You ain't gonna call them bums, because they're not bums, but above average. So you want to get him. So he wants something on his resume. Jacobs is a perfect fight for him to do that, right? Because this one is going to be a barn burner. This dude is coming in here to hit him back. And since since that fight with Kell Brook, who was 2 weight classes lower than he was, a lot of people who didn't want to fight him were starting to want to fight him. And if you add those onto the people that wanted to fight him before that fight, before the Brook fight, there were people that wanted to fight him. Then you have hordes of people that want to fight the man, right? So he needs to beat Jacobs, and pretty emphatically, for him to gain that aura back, because I don't think he has it right now. You came out, my man Floyd Mayweather has come out recently and said that he thinks that Canelo will stop him. Amir Khan echoed the sentiments, which I don't really care what Amir Khan said, but he echoed the sentiments too. He is a boxer, so they see something, So this is a big fight. It's going to be fireworks for sure. Jacobs' resume is not much better, right? He has Peter Quillen, who was undefeated at the time, and beasting in that division. To knock him out in 1 round is what really has put him into the stratosphere of to where people think he could possibly he has a chance against Golovkin. Matter of fact, this is a 60-40 fight, for Golovkin, of course, but it's a 60-40 fight, and Golovkin hasn't been in one of those. He hasn't been in one fight where he was 60-40 or 50-50, not even close. But 60-40. It's never been anything. It's been 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, 95-5. You know what I mean? He's really been the favorite in his fight. So, people need to see him against someone who they think has a chance before the fight occurs. Now, after the fight, people will tear the other fighter down. That's just what boxing fans do. But right now, Jacobs is a formidable opponent, right? And he should remain that way after the fight, no matter what. Now, he's been stopped once. I repeat, he's been stopped once, but that doesn't always mean something. You still are knocking out a whole lot of people, right? So you can get clipped in this game, right? You can get clipped in this game, so it's not a big deal. Let's just see what happens when these two meet up, because I think it's going to be guaranteed action. I don't think either one of these guys are afraid of each other. I think they're going to respect each other's power. Golovkin will have somebody that's a little bit taller than him. I think the only person he fought taller than him was somebody that didn't even weigh what he weighed. So it's going to be a very, very good fight in that aspect. Let me see. Oh, and here's another thing I want to mention too. I just checked out, right? This fight took a little bit long to get made, right? And let's just put an empathy cap on for a minute. Imagine you were doing something, right? And somebody offered you some money for fighting or for doing something against the best person in your field, right? So what you want to do in that case is maximize, because if, for example, if Daniel Jacobs took so-and-so amount for this fight, or Golovkin took so-and-so amount for this fight, who else they going to get that money from? You know what I mean? Who else? He's fighting, from Gennady Golovkin's standpoint, he's fighting the best fighter in the division. He should get paid. Daniel Jacobs as well. That's probably why it took a little bit long, because after this, they basically only have Canelo. But take Canelo out of the equation, because he's not even in that weight. First of all, Canelo needs to find a weight. But he don't even have to, because nobody's making him do it. But that's another thing. I don't want to start ranting about Canelo. The thing is, we're talking the 160-pound division, where people want to be at the 160-pound division. Right now, they should maximize. They should both get their money for this fight, because there's not going to be too much to say after the fight. You don't have nobody out there who's really, worth that much at the particular time. Not trying to slight any fighters, but we're talking about people who can get these fighters paid. So that's why they were probably taking a long time in negotiations, just to maximize, right? So guys, let me cut this down, make it a little bit shorter than it's supposed to be. Come on now. At the end of the day, these guys going to square off on March 18th. Tune in. There might be news coming up. I might say a word or two before the fight. Definitely in the week of the fight. All right? Doing Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm up out of here.